Joe Fanto at the commentary box here at the Imperial Hotel, coming to you from Blackpool in England. You're just seeing Phil Harrison starting to get ready for this next match. Of course, these are the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships. It's men's singles. We're up to the round of last 64. You're seeing Phil Harrison bob around. He's sort of left his towel on the table at the moment. He's just in preparation stage. We're waiting for his opponent in Wasim Ollite. He's from Mauritius. Of course, Phil Harrison is the seeded player here. He's a former world champion, and this is the sort of calibre of players we're going to have in this last round of 64. And I'm about to welcome back Matt Brannan, captain of the Scottish men's team,
Hello,
to the
Joe.
commentary box. Hello, Matt.
Another treat here with Phil on, absolute top class, one of the best players in the world.
Another world champion, former world champion. I was just saying, this is the calibre of players we're going to get in this round.
Yeah, and from here on in, Joe, it's just going to be the best players around in every match.
And of course, when you have some of the qualifiers that manage to break through to these rounds and get experience against these former champions, they're still got to come away better players in the future for it, for the experience.
Undoubtedly.
So this match will get underway in a few minutes.
Yeah, there's an exciting game going on in the background. Darren Appleton is currently 6-all with Sean Sharkey
Wow.
of Ireland. So, and Sean, Sean's a top class player as well.
Yes.
So Sean had just given Darren 2 shots and an open table to bat. So I don't know whether he's going to clear up there or not, but chances are he will.
Well, we might try and give a result on that match. Looks like the players are getting ready for the lag.
And that's 2 great lags there. Look at that.
Brilliant.
Phil's yellow there. Nearly glued to the cushion.
So it'll be Phil Harrison to break in the first frame. Have you seen any of Phil Harrison's games yet?
Well, this is his first match because
Of course he's a
obviously
seed,
just
yes.
come into the
Yeah, of
seeds,
course he's a seed, yeah.
I was with him about just before we commentated on the last games. I walked up to the shop with Phil, and yeah, he says he's playing well and looking forward to it, and he's always got a smile on his face. He's just one of the nicest guys you could meet, isn't he?
Yeah, you never hear a complaint out of Phil.
No.
Loves his pool. I don't know anybody at these championships that doesn't love their pool though.
No, but there's a few will put the odd whinge in, won't they, if it hasn't quite gone their way, but Phil's not one of them.
And that's not quite the way Phil would like to start. He's just gone in off.
No, so
And
we get
left
the first look at his opponent.
His opponent is Wasim Ollite from Mauritius.
Wasim, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's a player,
Yeah,
I don't know him,
Wasim.
so it'll be interesting to see what level this guy's at.
Well, this is a good opportunity to feel his way into the match with that sort of break.
I mean, when you look where those yellows are, there aren't really many reasons why he shouldn't clear up. He could go reds as well, but I think the yellows are just that little bit easier. So he's going to take his middle yellow first.
That's what he feels comfortable with. And looks like he's wearing.
And which country is he from, John?
He's from Mauritius.
Mauritius.
Oh, that's not a good start.
Right. Yeah, he didn't want to be doing that against Phil because
Yeah.
I quite fancy Phil that does these ones.
And it looks like he was wearing a glove. You might want to comment about the glove, Matt?
Yeah, well, you do see a few players, particularly players from the warmer nations, because I think obviously that when you're playing in the arena, you can get warm, hands can get sticky, and these players obviously when they're in the warmer countries face this issue more often than the rest of us, so they kind of get used to wearing the glove, so the cue doesn't stick when they're sliding it through their hands.
Yeah. And maintain that smoothness through the cueing action.
I mean, I have tried playing with a glove, but I find that it doesn't feel the same. You don't have the same feel from the cue when you wear
Yeah.
it. But I suppose if you use it regularly, then you get used to it. So Phil's he's definitely going yellows. He's just working out what his best pot is first. He was going to take one to the bottom right, but he was going to be slightly crashing into the yellow next to it. So he's going to take an easier one first, just to make sure he's claimed his colours.
He's not going to make any mistake now.
No, and if that yellow he's looking at there goes past the red, that's even easier than I thought. I was thinking that was quite tight. He's going to.
Yeah, I think
is
it's
he
very
looking to
tight.
play that off the cushion first?
Very
Cushion
tight.
first and off the yellow. He's going to go.
He might try and.
Cushion first here.
Yeah. Yeah, what have we got?
And he's claimed the pocket, so that's good enough. When
It's
you
good
look at
result.
where the reds are, I think Phil's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he'd be reasonably comfortable that Wasim's not going to clear the table on this shot.
Yeah. Mauritius have been taking part in the World Championships for a few years now.
For a few
haven't
years,
they?
yeah. It would have to be about 7 or 8 years, I would
Yeah.
think.
And you can see them improving every year.
Definitely.
They are definitely.
And to have a player reach the last 64 is a
great.
great credit to them.
Absolutely fantastic. They've got some good players. They have got some good players. And they are they tend to be very attacking players
Yes.
as well.
Because yeah, they love their pool, and at the end of the day, it's all about potting.
Mm.
You know, you've got to pot all those balls to win.
I've got a couple of the Mauritius team on my Facebook as friends, and they seem to be having a competition every week. So he's played. That's kind of that's just been unlucky there because he's left the door open for Phil, hasn't he?
Yeah, to pot and clear the.
Yeah,
and
and
clear the pot.
Phil's not missing from here. He's going to bed. And the black's opened up a lot more now as well from last time Phil was at the table, so he's got no concerns. Play that ball there with a bit of right hand side, run round off 2 cushions. Oh, and he's hit it way too thick.
Yeah, it's.
He's still okay, he's still going to go attacking, but that isn't what he wanted there. Yeah, he's going to take the one to the bottom
bottom right.
I don't know whether is he going to screw into that. Yeah, just hold
Yeah.
it in the middle.
That's nice hit.
It's kind of made it nasty for him, really, because the ball is closest to.
He might take that
He
down.
might have to take that as a plant
Take it as
now.
a plant now, because it should be nice and easy to do
But
that.
he's going to be jacking his cue up doing it, so there's an element of slightly not tight control.
But he's not going to go too far if he plays that shot.
He doesn't like that plan, that's
No.
for certain. So he's going to skin this one in the middle, up and down. He might go in for a bit of a nudge here. He has, yeah. And he's looking for. Phil Harrison, behave yourself, man. He's pulled a little bit of a face there. I don't know why, because he's absolutely plump.
He probably doesn't like that red that got close to his yellow on the bottom left.
Yeah, he'll not be best pleased about that, but that's not going to trouble him greatly.
No.
I mean, he's in total control while that yellow's there anyway.
That's right, yeah. And there's a few doors to get through.
So he's going to screw back off this and just leave himself an angle on his cushion ball. That isn't what he wanted. He wanted to be sort of 3/4 ball potting there.
Yeah.
So he can get his weight away. I mean, there is a gap, but
Yeah,
he's
got to get it perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it can go wrong in a couple of ways that when he plays that gap. You know, he can go behind the first ball, or he can hit it too hard and kiss off the first ball and behind the second ball. So he's going to go for it, whatever happens with him. Yeah. So
It's interesting.
I guess he might play this with a bit of drag and left-hand side, so that the white comes across into the right-hand two of those 2 reds, and hold straight for the back of it. That's what he's played.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's what he's played.
Yeah, you couldn't tell that he had that much room there. That was perfect. It's straight. Shouldn't make a mistake with this. Doesn't feel that comfortable.
It's
Something
slightly
else
awkward
sticky.
bridging, because when your hand's in among
Yeah.
the pocket, it's just not a natural hand
No.
position, isn't it? So he's got a slightly long cue. This is bridge hand. But
Not a problem at all. And that's
there's
Phil
so many
Harrison.
cues as well as Phil.
Takes a 1-0 lead in the first frame against Wasim Ollite of Mauritius. And Wasim's going to rack up the balls, the fact that he's breaking the next frame. We're coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England, the World 8-Ball Pool Federation Championships, the biggest event in our calendar each year. This event will culminate on the 29th of June, and of course on the weekend there's another big Masters tournament, and then of course the team events start next week, where all the countries will play off to see who the world champions are in their respective countries and categories.
Yeah, so
that's Wasim. He's got a ball off the break. I think it was a yellow.
And they've not really opened up very kindly, have they?
No. Those really conservative type breaks that didn't quite hit him right, but managed to find a pocket.
But yeah, I would advise the viewers to tune in next Friday when Scotland plays Australia in the men's team final.
Yeah,
when I say plays Australia, obviously I mean beats Australia.
Plays Australia. Plays Australia. Plays Australia. Yeah. And if nothing else, you're going to hear a lot of noise.
Oh,
if
two noisy nations.
If Australia plays Scotland in the final. Of course, this is a sport Q sport where we are allowed to barrack.
Yeah. So there is actually a finish on here on the Reds. He's just got to work his way around.
Just got to work it out.
And he would have liked, a bit of angle on that ball there. But if you can get the white up the table off this next shot, so you can play a plant to the bottom right, I think that red directly below the black goes to the bottom left, Joe, do you think?
Yes, it does, but you've got to find the right spot for the white.
Yeah, and you could do with being straight on it, and then you can run through, and the other awkward red comes back to what we're seeing now as the bottom left. So I think that's what he's played for. I don't know how straight he is on that plant.
Yeah, he's quite straight.
Because if he's straight, he can just run the white through 6 inches and he's sorted, isn't he?
Yeah, he's straight enough to be able to do that. Let's see what he can do. He's done really well to make the last 64. Wasim, Mauritius.
Oh, he's played that nicely.
Yes,
he's played that
everything's
nicely.
going well for him so
far. As long
far.
as he's at least straight on that ball, if his white's running down the table from this pot, he'll not be best pleased. Because he needs to run through and then play the plant to the bottom right as we're looking. So I just don't know.
We might get the angle in a minute.
He's not got the right angle there. He's obviously, because he would have been down playing it.
The way he's lining up. So this is Wasim Ollite of Mauritius.
Just glide through without contacting the red too. Oh, he's played that.
He's
nicely.
done that nicely, beautifully.
He's got a bit more angle, but I think he had to play it at that pace to get the white to straighten up off the pot.
Yeah, he just went a little bit far.
But it's not too bad. He can just play that plant and run into the black.
Yeah, and break it out.
Yeah, it'd be unlucky not to be on something as long as he makes the plant.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to play the plant. He can't. I don't see how he can commit to playing the lone ball.
And of course, he wouldn't be nervous at all, would he? Playing Phil Harrison, probably the first time that he's made the last 64
Quite possibly,
at a World Championship.
He doesn't want to be screwing this.
No, he's not.
Just let it run.
Ooh. Would have been nice if.
It would have been nice, but
yeah.
those yellows are under pressure.
They are now, yeah.
There's not much options.
They are now, and that's what we want to do against the top seeds. We want to put them under a little bit of pressure. See how Phil handles it here. For you youngsters, this is a great time to be watching the game being played, and it's technically correct and by some of the top players in the world. Phil Harrison has won the World Championship here a couple of times, and he's also a wonderful ambassador for the game. One of the true gentlemen of the game.
Absolute class, Phil Harrison. So he's going to try and just lay a little snooker here.
Yeah, he's not too proud to play a snooker.
Yeah, no.
After all, this is the world titles, and He's got to try and put his opponent under as much pressure as possible to try and win back this control of this frame.
For me, this is the opportunity where the viewers will get to see a deliberate foul played. There's no value to this guy trying to play out the snooker, but there is value to him playing a deliberate foul and putting one of the yellows in a very awkward position. So I would guess he's going to play the yellow towards the two reds at the bottom right corner.
That's what he seems to be looking for.
And just stun the white and try and hold it behind that other yellow so it even further restricts Phil's options.
There's Darren Appleton there in the background.
Yeah, so that was
That
the game. That was
frame's still
6-all when I walked in at the commentary box. Okay, that's exactly what he's done. That's a good shot, but he has left Phil an opening shot to the top corner, and that's never really what you want to do against a former world champion, because you give these guys open shots, they tend to make things happen, Joe, don't they?
Yeah. I've always got a theory that the more shots you give these guys, the greater the probability you're going to lose.
Yeah, so yeah, can't argue with that.
But still, he's obviously taking a bit of time, so he's having to think about whatever he's.
Yeah, because it's not
next
just
shot
the
that he
ball by
plans.
the two reds that's awkward. The two balls near the black spot
Yeah.
are kind of covering each other a bit.
Yeah.
He's got that, and he's not got that. Now, he needed to get that if he was going to progress with this finish, because I don't see
The finish
that
would be.
Phil is going to continue on his clearance,
No.
given the position of that yellow in the corner.
Yeah, wouldn't
But
it?
he might feel forced to. He might feel forced to, but I don't know how he develops that bad ball.
Yeah, he might want to go down having a go, but.
So he's just going to gently glance off and put the white down in that corner again. He's gone too far. He's gone too far, but he has made the bottom corner messy.
Yes, and he's going to bought himself some time
Yeah. So
to try and make something happen.
if Wasim does pot the ball in the middle, I think the ball to the bottom right is potable. But I think in doing so, you're a bit random as to what's going to happen with the other red and the yellows there.
Yeah. Unless you go for a bit of luck and play it quite firm. So it creates movement with those yellows and hope that they come out.
So we're going to find out how adventurous
We are.
Wasim is.
I'd be saying, what do you got to lose? I'm playing a
The-
former
the-
world champion.
Yeah, the thing is that, I mean, he does have other options. He can just play the long game. He could pot Phil's yellow at the top of the table, leave the white on the cushion and say, there you
Yeah.
go, Phil, here's two shots.
Yeah,
Do you want to go or not?
yeah.
So he's going
Yeah.
for the long game. That's
Yeah.
fair. I think that's fair comment.
Yeah, and he's avoided giving two shots as well.
I mean, Phil possibly could just play to break those two balls out with his first shot.
Yeah, just
But
hit
his
that.
white potentially is a little bit random
Yeah, because
because he's so close to it. It's
Close.
difficult to judge, isn't it? He's taking the pot in the middle by the look of it.
no,
No, Phil's happy to play the long
just
game as
qualify
well.
that ball down there. Just promoted that yellow.
Yes, this frame might take a little while, but the good thing for Phil is that the two yellows that are trapped in the corner both easily come out. If he gets
They
to the
do.
point where he gets
Yeah.
two shots, they easily
He can,
come out.
yeah, especially if he's got the white down that
So
end of the table.
Wasim needs to tighten them up a bit, which is
Yeah, he's
exactly
going
what he's doing.
to throwing in an extra ball.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No,
So Phil has two shots. At some point when you're getting two shots, you have to do something constructive.
yeah,
And given Phil's other balls are kind of near pockets, it's getting close to the time where Phil has to commit.
yeah. It could be now. When you look at it from this angle, he's got a nice angle to come off this
Yes.
cushion and
Yeah, he's
break
gonna
them out.
Break it, just open it a little bit here. See, get a ball away. That's fair comment. That. Yeah, those two yellows that are left there now are a little bit awkward to free up.
he had that option now if he had 2 shots, but he needs 2 shots. So at some stage he's got to finish up roughly where he is with 2 shots.
Yeah, what, and come off the side cushion
And come off this
back heel to split them.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is Wasim Ollite from Mauritius, playing one of the seeded players, former double champion Phil Harrison, and one of the true gentlemen of the game. These are the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships men's singles event. We're down to the last 64.
Yeah, I think Wasim possibly is in a bit of trouble here, but for me, he needs to try and force the pace of the game, and to do so, he'll start potting Phil's balls while he's got a couple of bad balls. And you've got to kind of, at some stage, you do have to hope that the guy doesn't get lucky when he splits balls out.
Yeah, I think what's going through his mind is, though, that as soon as he gives Phil 2 shots, he's going to work out a way to get in a position to be able to use the 2 shots to bring those 2 out and give himself an opportunity to clean up the game. And he's trying to see if there is a way possible a foolproof way possible to win this frame, but there never is.
The black. What's he doing with the black here?
He's going to try and put that.
Going to put it around 3 cushions.
Just put that safe as well to try and make it harder.
Yeah, the problem with that though, when you're playing somebody like Phil, that black, even if it's on the cushion, doesn't make any difference.
That's right. Yeah, he's saying have a go, but I'm going to try and make it a little bit harder for you. But I don't think he made it too much harder at all.
So yeah, Phil's looking at that split you just suggested there, Joe, after his first pot.
Yeah.
Now, I do see a slight issue with it in as much as the white could be a little bit loose, because he's going to have to play it with a bit of pace to get them away, isn't he?
Yeah, to get him to a
and
potable
I think
position.
The white's potentially a little bit ugly for getting in the middle pocket. He's overhit that by a mile. Overhit that by a mile, he'll be devastated. Bit of huffing and puffing going.
Yeah, that's right. Doesn't like that angle at all.
Phil likes to huff and puff now and again. So he's going to try and drop this kind of slowly and leave himself the angle he actually wanted. Yeah, that's where he's at.
That's a bit better.
So ideally you want to be in getting that split early on, because then you've got more balls to drop onto.
Yes.
So he's had to pop 1 more ball than he wanted to at this stage.
Because now if he's left with a safe ball.
So this is where the loose white situation possibly comes in. Oh, he's played that.
Come out
Played that
nicely.
Played that. Oh!
Ooh.
Oh, he's devastated.
He's okay. Why would he be devastated? He's still got the yellow at the top right.
I don't know. Do you think
Then
that's
he can
possible?
come.
In that top left?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it is, then
There's a big enough gap there to pot that ball that's squeezed up against the cushion.
So we'll find out in a second whether putting that black there was of any value, won't we?
Exactly. Probably would have been if you were playing me, but...
yeah, well, players lesser than Phil, potentially it's got some value.
Yeah,
so when he plays up from here, he wants to make sure he leaves himself an angle, one way over, so that he can get neatly onto the black.
And he's got a nice angle here with this pot to achieve that.
And he's played that really well, because
Beautifully.
He's got a lovely angle to stun up.
He's got close
across towards the middle pocket kind of thing.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Joe, is there?
He just wants to make it as straight as possible for himself. He just can't get it anything straighter than that.
A little tester in the second frame, but I don't expect Phil Harrison's missing this one. And he is.
Ooh!
Wow. How soon
and of course, this is what Wasim would have been hoping for.
And you saw that the black hit the cushion a good few inches up from the pocket. And when you do that on these tables, it doesn't drop. You have to hit the open jaw, and then it'll drop.
Wasim Ollite. He's got a good chance to go all square with two-time former world champion Phil Harrison and be 1-0 in the first.
Give him a bit of encouragement, won't it?
Yes, it will. The plan worked for him. That black that he nudged.
Yeah, there was value.
There was. Wasim Ollite draws level with Phil Harrison 1-1 after 2 frames in this round of last 64 here at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. The 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships. And I'm in the commentary box with Matt Brennan, captain of the Scottish 8 ball team. And of course they all get started. Opening ceremony is on Sunday, I believe it's 5 o'clock. And all the teams will be playing against each other to try and win World Championship glory for their country. In the meantime, it's the men doing battle here. We've got a feast of men's singles 8 ball tonight with some top players doing battle to make their way into the last 32 and the last 16 and into the last 8.
I'm just looking through a few of the results. So Mick safely through. 8-4 against Danny Davis. That was a tough game. Danny's a top class player.
Of course, Mick Hill's the defending world champion at these titles.
Dylan Leary from Northern Ireland, he's carrying on his current good form. He's playing really well on the UK tour, and he's got through.
And we've got a dry break here, Matt.
Whose break was that, Joe?
I didn't quite see. I think it may have been. We've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Go on, just pin your colours to the mast.
Phil Harrison broke. Yeah, so it's Phil Harrison again. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Phil Harrison started. So yeah.
Wasim's
got a good opportunity here to really get his confidence going, but no, not like that. Needed to take a little bit more time. He seemed to rush that shot.
Yeah, so that's kind of reflective of that first frame when he had a ball in hand off Phil's break.
Yeah, just a little bit too excited. I'm 1-1 with this guy. You know, got a chance to get 2-1 up.
Yeah, and the table was wide open for him
to
do so there.
I feel for him.
So Phil's just going to mop these reds up. Possibly would have liked to be in a little bit straighter because he wants to get back onto his cushion ball very soon.
Phil's expression hardly ever changes.
No. He does like to twist now and again.
Yeah.
He's played a lovely shot there, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. To get in there close to that ball.
Darren Appleton won 8-7 against Sean Sharkey.
Wow.
What a game that must have been.
He certainly had a few tussles to get him to play himself back into
two
into
last
form.
frame deciders. He's won in his last 2 rounds, Darren. So Phil's not exactly in prime position here, but
no,
he should be okay.
You would think he's quietly confident.
Yeah, he's got the ball to the middle.
Yeah, with a big pocket there.
Right, where's he going here? Oh, he's got a ball at that pop cushion as well. So yeah, this is straightforward. The microphone's just right in my line. Yeah, he's not best pleased with that shot. He wanted to be straight on at least one of those.
Needed to be straighter to hold his white.
So he's probably going to have to take the one to the top corner. Or is he screwing it on and off from the middle pocket? Yeah, he's
Lovely shot.
So now he's going to have to run the white round a couple of cushions to get back on the black in the same pocket. So he's like, it's a little bit not what he wanted because he's got to run past the yellows, which are obviously potential snooker balls, aren't they?
He's got a bit of traffic to work his way around.
But I think the tendency here is you overhit it rather than underhit it.
Yeah.
Because you're virtually always going to leave yourself a shot.
Yeah. It'll just be the degree of cut that you leave yourself. Into the middle.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
Into the middle where he's got a big pocket and a ball to lean on as he goes in. And of course it didn't even touch anything.
No.
Phil Harrison of England, 2. Wasim Ollite of Mauritius, 1. And Wasim certainly had his opportunity in that
without
frame.
doubt. So there's been a couple of frames there that, the 2 frames that Wasim has lost, he's had opportunity for a clearance in both.
Yeah.
So you should take heart from that, shouldn't he?
Oh, definitely. He's been in He's been in winning positions. But the main thing is that he enjoys himself.
Mm.
He's done really well to make this stage. Hopefully he's blown a few of the nerves and cobwebs now.
Yeah.
And he can start
settle down into his game.
Yeah, and queuing.
So Wasim,
nice
let's see what he can do.
Yeah, not quite.
And again, he's not putting a lot of pain into that break,
no,
is he?
No. And kind of looked like he hit him dead on, which doesn't always necessarily give you a good reaction.
And I think Phil's going to go reds, and he's going to look at splitting the cluster around the black on his second shot. Oh, look at me. Completely wrong.
Yeah.
He's splitting with his first shot.
Yes, let's get the black out from the start.
And that's why you should have done what I said. Because it hasn't come out very well.
Yeah, no, I don't think he likes it either way he's placed his cue there.
No. So he's going to play the yellow off the yellow, just
yeah,
try and
play
claim the
plan.
corner, isn't he?
Yes.
He knows he knows that's not going nicely to the corner, I think.
Yeah, I'd say Wasim is thinking, oh, I think I've got a good chance to get a shot here.
Yeah, he's getting a shot. He's definitely getting a shot. Oh, he's fouled. Hit the red first.
Yeah.
So Wasim, this is definitely an opportunity.
This is your opportunity.
If Phil's left in that pot to the corner and he can screw back into the red and the black, that would be the dream situation.
He's looking at it now. Not sure why. Maybe trying to... thinks he can... No, surely not. Trying to work out which red he's going to take. So he's going to the bottom right hand pocket. And he's stunned.
Right.
He's stunned smack on where that red was that he just potted.
Now he's on one of his other awkward balls there. I don't know. Oh, he's going to play a double, is he?
Oh yeah, because
double
he's
across and try and
back
split
into
the
that
pocket.
opening. He's
No,
potted
that's
it
unlucky.
perfectly.
That's unlucky. He wanted to glance the yellow
Yeah.
in the way, didn't he?
Yeah, and would have opened it up.
How's that gone through that gap without making contact?
I know,
Joe?
exactly. It looked like a beautiful pot, but unlucky that it didn't come off a cushion and bounce and open it up and
So
create
he's going
the
to try
frame
and get
for it.
behind or split the bad balls now,
If
is
he
he?
takes us in the middle, that might
Yeah, he's trying to split it.
split them, yeah. And he's got the pot. He's working hard.
Yeah, he's working hard. The red is moved isn't possible, but he could put it over the pocket.
Yeah. You can't
got
quite
two
tell the
shots to do
can't
that.
quite tell the angle where he can cleanly put it right behind though. It doesn't look like he can that he's got the angle to actually cover that pocket.
So he's got a pot in the middle. He's just going to keep attacking, which is
Yeah.
good to see. Keep going. Go on, drop.
Yeah, because potting's the name of the game.
But sometimes when you can overpot,
Oh,
can't
yeah,
you? You
yeah,
know, you
like-
can dig a hole.
You pot these last two balls, and then where's that red going? That last red going to go? That's bottom left.
Not
That's
sure what his plan is here.
that's top left. Oh, he might have
Well,
been.
I tell you what, that's not worked out too bad. The black's still potable. That's as good as you could hope for, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you can kind of nudge this red into the gap below the yellow, and then finish the table, well, happy days. But he's got to get this shot dead on. And it does mean his position on the black's going to be off the ball at the top end of the table, which is never a pleasant situation. See what I mean? He's going to have to take his white up the table and then back down to get on the black, isn't he?
Yeah.
Off his last ball. But he's got a bit of room to play onto the black, hasn't he? You know, anywhere along that
He
bottom
has,
corner.
yeah.
And it's kind of a natural angle to get up onto his remaining ball here.
He's got every chance. He's just got a execution.
And that's
And
nice.
it's
He's
another
got a nice angle
another
there.
obstacle that he took out.
He's all about his pace here now.
Yeah.
Enjoying it. He wants to be getting down within 3 or 4 inches of that bottom cushion, and he's got a pot on the black. You've got a good angle to do it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
doesn't
perfect.
want to be bothering the
Perfect.
corner pocket at all.
Yeah. It's
Got
looking
enough?
good, looking good,
Apart
looking
from
good,
bothering
looking
the corner
good.
pocket,
Ooh,
I think he might be all right.
I think so too.
He's close to being knuckled.
Ooh, now that looks a bit different. I think the knuckle might be in the way.
Yeah, I mean that's just not.
Unfortunate
Yeah, it's not a pleasant feeling when that's
No.
happened to him.
when you've gone so close.
He's queuing for a swerve. He's queuing down on it for a swerve. Oh, I don't
Great
I don't know
shot.
whether he swerved that, Joe, or not. But
No,
it's
no,
a
he
great
didn't.
shot either way,
He
isn't
didn't.
it?
It was on. And we've just witnessed Wasim Ollite of Mauritius play a great frame to defeat Phil Harrison and level the score at 2-all. Defeat him in that frame alone. The score is all locked up.
Qualify that statement, Joe.
Yeah,
he hasn't
the
defeated
frame
him.
is all locked up at 2-all. We're here at the... This is the round of last 64, 2018 World Able Pool Federation World Championships.
So he's
So-
giving a good account of himself so far, Joe, isn't he? Wasim?
Yes, and Phil's
2-all with Phil Harrison.
Phil's been a little bit generous, but that's good. It's made it interesting here at the early stages of this match.
Again, not the most explosive of breaks, but he's got a couple of balls down. He's got 3 balls,
So
no,
Matt-
2 balls down.
Matt, have we got someone join us in the commentary box?
We have the very, very distinguished individual, George Howard. How are you doing, George?
Not so bad, thank you.
George.
Good.
How you doing?
George Howard, very good. Nice that you could come and see us.
Yeah,
Yeah, Wassum's doing really well, isn't
isn't he?
He is.
And the 2 frames he's lost, he's had opportunity to win those. So, you know, just a little bit more concentration, he would have had another frame or 2, Joe, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, Harrison's obviously going to be one of the favourites for the event,
Yeah.
having won it previously.
Yeah.
It's nice to see someone coming in. You never know. Favourites do disappear, don't they?
Yeah.
They do.
And as Joe says, it's nice to see somebody from a country like Mauritius getting this far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just shows the progress they're making, doesn't it?
Excellent.
It's brilliant, and his confidence can only grow, because sometimes you never know what's hidden there with that talent. They don't know. You don't know what you don't know until you start getting to these stages and playing under this pressure and realise that, gee, I can win a few frames, and before you know it, it just starts to flow. This is what I noticed with the players from Australia. We've always had this policy that we're always going to field a team, and players are going to come to the Worlds, because a lot of those players that had the opportunity when they thought they wouldn't, because say the better players may have pulled out for whatever reason, they come here to the Worlds, and every time they come back to Australia, and you see they improve a good
They improve through the
threefold
experience, yeah.
through
we
the
had
experience.
them down, Joe, at the tour, as you know, this last
Yeah.
weekend, and I was watching some of them, and also seeing where they got in the tour, which was a build-up for them for this event.
Yeah.
And some of them did fantastic. I mean, I was like very impressed with the standard of some of the guys.
Yeah,
So you're quite right what you're saying. You know,
yeah,
they come in, they try things, and then they find out that you know, they're probably better than what they thought they were. It's about confidence.
and of course, watching the composure of these world champions, they just learn from that as well.
yeah, yeah.
They take that away with them as well.
It's good.
Yeah,
So,
great.
are you ready to get a new name engraved on that World Championship trophy for the team event, obviously, I'm talking about, George? 'Cause-
No.
No?
I'll stick to organising. it's easier. Nice to see you.
All right, George.
thank you, George.
See you in a
Thanks
bit.
for paying us a visit. That was George Howard, ladies and gentlemen. He's been an icon of this event ever since its inception in 1992. when New Zealand, Australia and England got together and decided that they were going to form the World 8-Ball Pool Federation and run a World Championship for interested nations and lovers of the game of 8-Ball. So here we are today. I think it's about 27 years down the track. I'll
Wow,
let you
27
know
years.
for sure. It's either 26 or 27. I'll check the
Yeah,
program for you later.
England
But
had a bit of a stranglehold over that period on the men's event.
but
How many times has Australia won it?
Australia have won it 2 times,
Twice,
which
yeah,
is
that's good.
yeah, and we've been runners up a couple of times and semi-finalists quite a few times.
2018, obviously the year Scotland win it, so that's good.
Yeah, and it's looking good for with the way our juniors have been coming up. We won 2 of the last 3 World
That's
Championships,
fantastic, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
back to back and runners up. You know, that's says heaps for the future of 8-Ball in Australia.
Mm.
And our juniors have been blessed with the visit of Mick Hill in Australia recently. He came and did some workshops with some of our juniors, which is absolutely
Yeah,
brilliant.
and he played in the big guns tournament as well, didn't he?
I believe he did, yeah.
And,
Yeah,
won that
and
again.
was successful.
Again, but it was quite a tight final. But was he playing Mark Robertson in the final? And was
Yep,
it about
it was Mark Robertson,
11-10,
yeah.
something
Yeah,
like one frame
very
in it?
close, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so we've certainly got some top players over there.
Mm.
And the beauty of it is that they love playing at, like most sports in Australia, we love playing at the top level, and they all aspire at some stage to come to these worlds to be able to play with the best of them.
Yeah.
And of course they love the camaraderie of
Yeah.
playing against all the different countries and meeting all the wonderful people that you know, with the common enjoyment of playing pool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch on to this frame, Matt. We've let the
Right,
viewers...
so Wasim has just about claimed that bottom left as well as bottom right corner, and Phil Harrison has a bit of a task ahead of him to manufacture anything out of this frame, I think.
Phil would probably be thinking to himself, I'm making a little bit of hard work of this match.
Yeah. He's going to play the yellow all the way up the table. Yeah, he is. And he doesn't want it to drop. He definitely doesn't want that to drop.
Now it's plan B.
Yeah, he kind of wanted to hang that one and try and take some kind of control. Because now he's kind of forced to go potting and splitting. Because there isn't really any defensive positions for the yellows to play. So I don't know whether he's got the option of cutting the yellow to the left middle and then crashing into those 2 that are kind of tied up. I guess that's what
I think
he's
I'll
gonna
leave
have
it.
to do.
I think I'll leave it to Phil here, and
That's what he's done.
that's a good call.
That's what he's done, and he's been unlucky really.
Yeah.
So he's got no pot on, and one of the balls he's developed is still unpottable.
He's just got that loose yellow there to the left of the white, which
But that's giving it Phil some insurance, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
stopping the red down the rail.
yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
right.
So I
So-
think he might look at a double on the yellow that's along the bottom cushion. So he'll double that to the middle pocket. Is my guess.
The
It's
yellow
a
to
massive,
the-
massive shot.
To the right of the white.
Yeah, he's going to double that to the left middle, and I mean it's a huge shot to a completely blind angle, isn't it?
It is.
But I don't see anything else constructive for him to do. At the very least, he gets that ball open and threatens the finish, even if he doesn't get it. Yeah. So, here we go. I think that's where he's going to play the double on this. Phil
How's
Harrison.
that? How's
Phil
that?
Harrison.
How's that?
Calm yourself down, lad. That is just...
Take a
great
breather
shot.
now.
That's a great shot.
That was
isn't it?
brilliant. That's a shot of a double world champion.
I mean, just what makes it such a good shot is it was played completely blind, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
you
You've
just-
got no sight of anything you're aiming for there.
You're just playing by memory
Yeah,
and having a visual of
He needs to
where
bring his
what
white-
has to happen.
yeah. Bring his white back across for the yellow in the middle next.
Oh,
He didn't want that kiss.
No, that kiss killed it.
Yeah.
That kiss killed it.
Now he's in trouble.
Yeah.
This is one of those positions where there isn't a safe shot to play, is there?
No.
And you know that unless you pot this yellow, you lose a frame. So it's
Yes.
gonna, oh wow, he's played that. I'm very surprised at that. I thought you might give it a bit of a
Give it
back
a nudge, yeah.
and see if you can get a bit of lucky.
Mm.
Because other than being lucky in this frame, he isn't winning it, is he?
No. But
And obviously 2 shots
but
carry
Wasim's,
in these reels, as and when Wasim gets them.
yeah.
So he's just gonna, he should just be playing steady away here. Yeah, that's the shot.
Yeah.
Just keep the reds open as much as possible. He's only got one bad red to move.
That's right.
As and when he gets his chance to clear up.
And Phil might open that up for him a little bit when it's the yellow, but
Yeah.
because you'd expect him to hit the yellow.
Yeah, I think it looks like he can play the angle off one cushion again.
Yeah, he-
Just touch up to the yellow.
If he plays the natural angle, he may just miss. He might need to put a bit of, bit of side.
Yeah, he needs side on, doesn't he,
Yeah.
to get it?
Yeah. Doesn't like it.
So he's got another option here of saying he might just roll up to the red he's closest to and
Yeah, yeah.
limit Wasim's
Yeah,
options on
he's
his first shot.
He's thinking through all those options. He's just,
Right, what he's tried to do there, he's tried to get rid of
Yeah.
Wasim's ball over the corner so he hasn't got an easy starter for the clearance
Yeah.
and keep the white tight, but he's
Yeah.
missed the plant.
yeah. Again, he seemed to take that one a bit casual.
Well, he kind of looking at the finality of the situation
Yeah.
for him because the frame is just isn't pleasant for Phil at all here.
But Wasim's missed that first plant as well.
Yeah, it really doesn't amount to any issue
No,
for him, does it?
'cause-
While the yellow's there, it's absolutely stone dead. So I guess he's just going to play one of these 2 reds at the right hand end of the table and just leave Phil snookered again. That's the shot.
Yeah.
Make sure the reds
Play
stay
that
in
nicely.
open play.
That's,
At some point, I think Phil's got to have a swipe at this
yeah.
because I don't know. I just don't see how he wins the frame without putting any pressure on. So he's going to come off this bottom cushion with right hand side.
Yeah. Nice and firm.
Well, I would have
No.
played it firm, but he's content just to
Yeah.
play the long game again.
Yeah. It just says if you want the frame, you've got to come and win it.
Yeah. It doesn't take a lot of winning that from there, though, Joe,
Mm,
you know,
no.
because he's going to get his 2 shots
Yeah.
somewhere along the line. If he wants to, he might decide to play just for the clearance now.
Yeah.
I think it would be a bit rash to do so myself.
It would because you missed that last red and
Mm.
all of a sudden, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
even,
want
even Stevens again.
yeah, you want the comfort of knowing you've got a shot to fall
Yeah.
back on, don't you?
Yeah. He can sort of tuck between the red and the cushion there and
I don't
give that yellow a bash.
There isn't a gap there. Look, you can see from that angle there that there isn't a gap for the white to do it.
You reckon? No.
100%.
No, there isn't. It looked like there was from the
It
aerial
did from
view.
that other angle, yeah.
Yeah.
So he might decide to play red onto yellow and try and put the yellow on the pocket and put pressure on the reds on the
Yeah.
clearance.
Yeah.
No, he's just playing one cushion again, and he's caught the knuckle slightly, hasn't he? So that ruined
He's
the angle
missed it.
for him.
I think it's two shots.
Yeah, it's 2 shots. Yeah.
So now's his opportunity. This is Wasim Ollite of Mauritius, who has the opportunity to go ahead in this match.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted here just to open the bad ball up with my first shot, and then just take the clearance out with it. Yeah, that's a nice played shot.
And this is his opportunity. He has one shot to clear these reds and the black.
And this will be to go for 3-2.
3-2, take a lead against Phil Harrison.
Wow. Wow.
He probably only dreamed of this moment before he came here. Certainly taking his time.
Yeah, just making sure he's got his sequence correct in his mind before he proceeds.
He's still playing now, knowing that he can't miss. Now, to reach this level, you would expect he's been playing some fairly decent pool,
You would think so.
and
yeah.
you'd think that he's sort of passed those mental pressures.
Yeah, he's played that nicely, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So he just wants to drop this in, and he can play the one by the black first if he wants, or he can go middle bag, you know, either way. I think the one by the black is probably the more natural shot.
Yeah.
Played it well.
Played that at a reasonable place.
Yeah, and just either roll it or stun it in, and we'll have a straight black. Straight black it is.
And hopefully that looks like a nice big pocket for him. Nice and straight. And Wasim Ollite takes the lead against Phil Harrison 3-2 in this round of last 64 at the 2018 World
Held
Championships.
himself together well to take that frame, Joe, didn't he?
He did very well. Sure, he was always in a position to win that frame, but to say you've got to win it is just saying. To actually execute it under the pressure of playing at a World Championship is another thing. And he did it really well for his, I'm sure it's his first experience at the last 64.
It quite probably is, yeah. I've not seen many Mauritius players in the seeded stages.
And looks like and now he's got the break as well, so he could really
He could apply the pressure, couldn't he?
apply some advantage.
Yeah.
I'm sure Phil's been in this position many times before, and
Oh, yes.
he's not quite pressing the panic button yet.
I've heard he's even lost a frame or two, match or two before, you know. Not very often, but... Toilet break, oh no, he's there.
So I'd be interested to see. So he's only just off centre.
So his last two breaks have not been
No,
massive
no.
on
That's
power,
why I was
has it?
interested to see where he's putting the white.
And you can see by how little
Yeah.
he raises his body when he's
Yeah.
playing it, he's not trying to put a lot of effort
No.
into it either. He's just wanting to
He's trying for
control
timing.
the break.
Yeah,
I think he's feeling more comfortable in frames where Phil isn't being offered
yeah,
clearer opportunities to
yeah.
finish the
And that's
table.
probably not a bad philosophy.
Yeah. Or it might be that's just the natural way he breaks anyway. I don't know whether he's specifically
And look,
picked it for
and
Phil.
he's got a ball off the break.
Yeah.
A yellow snuck in.
Well, I guess he's
Unfortunately,
just going to play a containing shot here, the ball nearest the middle of the table to the top left as we look now, and take some control in the frame. Doesn't need to do anything rash, does he?
no.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to play.
Yeah,
It's kind of not come up too bad, but Phil might have an opportunity to open up here, so he can pop bottom right, swing the right white off the bottom cushion with the left hand side and split his bad ball. I think that's probably what he's going to play for. Take the pot, split the ball that's tied up on the left hand cushion. That's exactly what he's
yeah,
done.
he's cleared that one.
Been a little bit unfortunate.
That's one promotion.
Yeah, he's all right, but it could have been better for him.
Yeah. Everything's out, but he's still got to manoeuvre traffic.
Yeah, there's 2 balls there by the black. They're needing some consideration, aren't they?
Yeah. So is he going to take the red into the right middle?
I think that's the only pot he's got available, Joe.
Yeah. How will he play? Will he?
He'll, if he does take the one in the middle, which looks like he's going to have to, he'll be screwing on and off the bottom cushion, back up to roughly the middle of the table.
Yeah.
But you know, all the reds at that bottom end of the table are awkward to get on. He's going to pop this, screw up and down. Oh, he just played natural ball, and that was kind of the problem with playing that, is that he's ended up with not the greatest position in the world. He maybe felt he couldn't hold the white if he was screwing.
Mm. He's left himself a. Would he go for that fine cut in the top left and bring his white round for these reds down the bottom? That's risky.
He's going to put it there. Yeah.
Nah, he's just going
to go on top left. Yeah, he is, and bring his white round the angles.
There you go.
Now he actually does have a pot on here.
He does.
The one just bottom of the black.
Yeah.
Or left to the left bottom of
Yeah.
the black.
Goes.
Does go.
Yeah.
But this clearance is getting harder and harder every shot.
Yeah.
And you know, the next shot he can't cannon into anything to hold his whitey. There's no great shot other than controlling his pace.
Yeah.
And he's got a very small window to land into to be on his next ball. And I'm not even convinced that he can pop that with the slowness that would require for the white to be held. So we'll see. He's going to drag it with a run inside, I guess, to try and take the pace out of the white.
So that's potted, and he's left himself on.
Has he got it?
I reckon he has.
Look, by the look of his face.
What did the expression say?
Yeah, the expression said no.
From here,
Having said that,
from
though,
here
Phil
looks
does
yes.
make that expression a few times.
From here looks yes.
Well, he's going to get down and play it, so it must be yes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of not a bad position for his white to run back into the yellow.
Yes.
To hold, and he'll probably have a choice of his last 2 balls.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, he's got the one to the top right, dead simple. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Joe.
No. You got. Now it's bottom right for the red, and then top left.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
For
not
the
playing
Reds.
Phil Harrison here and thinking he get another shot.
That's
are you?
right. And that's how you dig out frames.
Yeah, that's a great finish really. He had a couple of really awkward shots there.
But it's still got to do it. Let's see. Let's watch him.
So he's probably just going to play this natural ball and maybe kill the white against the yellow.
It looks like his tip must have touched the felt.
I think he's just setting himself again. Hasn't fouled, has he?
No, I don't think so. No.
He's just setting himself.
Yeah, no, that. Lovely.
Yes.
He's got it.
Wow.
He's got it.
Not but just, as they say. Not but just. Well, it's perfect. It's just a stun for the black in the left middle, isn't it?
So that's going in the middle, no doubt. And of course, this is what you would expect from a 2-times world champion, Phil Harrison. What a wonderful frame. Now, we wouldn't have thought that he's going out in that frame.
No.
And he's managed to pull it out of the fire and level the score at 3-3 with Wasim Ollite of Mauritius.
Yeah,
And,
interesting for him, that, and a good finish, wasn't it?
it was a brilliant finish. I think you'd have to see the replay to appreciate how good it was. And look at where the break started and say, is anybody going out here? Phil Harrison is, and he did.
Yes, Phil Harrison to break.
So that would have made Wasim realise what he's up against. But he should still continue, playing with confidence and. So that's it with a lot more force. And he's got a yellow in the middle.
And they've come out rather ugly again, haven't they?
Yeah. Got a couple of balls next to each other, a red and a yellow. Yeah, and they're quite opposite. The red that's potable in one cluster, it's a yellow that's potable in the other cluster.
Yeah,
Just to confuse which
there's a bit
which
of
one you want to go for.
required
Yeah.
either way.
I think I'd go reds.
Yeah, I think Reds have got the slight edge tactically, haven't they?
What would the viewers go?
Well, I don't know, depends if they're not. But,
Just by the way, it's great to have you with us wherever you're watching around the world. You're watching the World 8-Ball Pool Championships on the World 8-Ball Pool
So he's
Federation.
going yellows, and he's
Streaming.
taking the ball all the way up the table. Hello. Keep the noise down, will you, please?
We just got a visit from Tournament Director Alan Benton, just keeping us honest. Make sure that we're still working.
Yeah, he's got to get his money's worth out of it. Not that he's paying us anything, huh?
So Wasim's got an
Oh,
opportunity
hang on,
here.
that's not what he wanted to do, is it?
No, not at all.
No. So, and he's opened the yellow up that was in this corner.
Yes.
He's just glanced at that
Just-
red, gone in off, and put the
just-
yellow in potable.
Just done a slight favour for Phil.
It's still not the most straightforward of clearances,
No,
but
No. Nobody should clear from here.
I'm going to have money on Phil does.
Yeah,
he's gonna pop
I
that
must
to the
admit,
middle.
I did enjoy his clearance at the last frame.
He's going to pop that to the middle and leave himself a 3/4 ball pot on the one down the cushion so that he can kiss the red out of the way, bottom right. That's what he's going to play for.
He's doing a lot of measuring out.
So the really bad yellow might even be close to a plant in the middle. So if you can get any kind of development on it, it's pretty risk free.
Yeah. So let's see, shot number one.
Run through. So he wanted to be a load more than that. It's still there, but he's going to have to drag this with a lot of the right hand side to try and split the red out of the way.
So which yellow are you saying he's taking now?
He's going to take the ball down the cushion
Yep.
and drag it with run inside and try and kiss the red below it out of the way.
Yeah, to open it up. For the next.
Drag, yeah,
That's
played it
been
well.
played really
played
well.
it
It's got a yellow in the middle. And angle to nudge that yellow out as well, next to the black, as he pots yellow into the middle. And he scores
Yeah,
on.
one in the middle.
Yeah,
But he's got bad queuing on it, hasn't he?
he has. Yeah, it might be awkward to try and nudge that to get the queuing right to. Oh, there he
Yeah,
goes.
I don't-
There he goes.
He's having to cue
He's
the
playing with
side of the
side.
ball.
Yeah, that should achieve it. Ooh,
He's
the degree of difficulty increased significantly there, made him
Yeah.
miss the pot.
It's kind of come out not too bad.
Yeah, because that red's blocked from going anywhere. The one on the cush with yellow covering both corner pockets.
He's He's going to need to get some development on that ball, though, isn't he? It just isn't potable from anywhere at the moment. Right, so he's going to put the bottom right now and try and split into that bad yellow.
Yeah,
so this can go badly wrong, really.
Perfect angle though.
It's a nice angle, but it's a little bit random whether you land on something, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's played it so
beautifully.
well controlled.
He didn't leave any.
He didn't go random at all.
No, he didn't go around and there was no chance there. He just played. He knew what he was doing. Just going to clear it straight on that yellow in the middle.
So yeah, he's going to play the one in the middle, play the cut to the corner, and bounce back up for the black in the bottom left as we look.
Phil Harrison.
Oh, it's a lovely shot, that one.
It was
Just
beautiful.
Just wants to make sure he's got
Look at
nice
his-
clear
look at his-
cueing for the next shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I was just watching his bridging. It was very flat.
Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking he might play this with a little bit of left-hand side and square the white up. Yeah, that's what he's done.
It's come off and looks like he's got nice and
Just off
straight.
straight. Yeah,
And
there we
that's
are.
Phil Harrison who hits the front again. He goes to a 4-3 lead in this match against Wasim Ollite of Mauritius. So the 2018 World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships men's singles event, as we see Wasim Ollite going to the table to rack him up for the next frame because he'll be breaking, and he's put up a good show so far.
He has, yeah. He's made a good stab at it so far.
And while he's setting up these balls, it'd be going through his mind that he's looking for a good break, and would love to get a few shots and thinking
Breaking
whether it's
clear would be the ideal.
possible to break and clear.
But the way he breaks, I think it's unlikely because he's not
yeah.
going for the big split, is he?
Improbable. Yeah, it's more of a defensive break and stay in the match, with these guys and be there at the end. And
I'll have a look to see if there's any other results coming through. And again,
is there? Did I hear a
soft
ball
break.
drop?
1, 2, 3,
No.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, is there a red down? I think.
No, they're
No,
all
there
there.
isn't.
They're all there. Nothing down. Phil Harrison will be back to the table.
Paul Clack.
Paul
beat
Clack.
Dave Fernandez 8-7.
Well,
That's a good result for the
that's a
Australian
good,
man, isn't it?
great result for Australia. He is a former Australian champion. Gave away the game for quite a few years to concentrate on family and business, and now he's back with a vengeance.
Very good.
Doing really well with Victoria, and captain of the Victorian team in Australia. Made the last couple of Australian sides, and
Yannick
Always
Beaufils
been.
has beaten Adam Davis.
yeah,
So
that's a great win
Yannick's
for France.
Good player,
Yes,
good result for Yannick there. Zach Shepherd and Adam Basu had a bit of a battle royale. That was 8-7 to Zach. As I said earlier, Darren Apple beat Sean Sharkey 8-7. Lee Kendall emphatically beat Paddy Carberry 8-1. That's Lee through.
so that's Wasim back to the table. Any more results?
Yeah,
Matt?
there's Rob Warren beat John Coleman. Obviously we watched Tom Cousins win earlier. Carl Sutton beat Partab Singh. Josh Kane beat Darren Matthew. Any other note there? Craig Lakin's score. Wow. So we commentated on that. It's 8-0 to Craig against Rusty.
Yeah.
Manny Byrne has beaten Shane Thompson. That's a little bit of a surprise for me. Shane Thompson is playing tremendous pool at the moment. Not that Manny isn't, but he's done very well to beat a quality opponent like Shane. Sean Chipperfield, former champion, he's through 8-2. And then the others, Pat McCarron has beat Claudia Cassar 8-2. That's one of my
Wow.
Scottish colleagues. Beat Claudio, who was a good player.
Yeah.
Carl O'Donoghue currently showing a 4-3 down.
I think they might be asking for some adjudication here in this this frame.
So who's on what here?
Yeah.
Is he looking for a total snooker?
Yeah,
or something?
it's Wasim's total snooker, or looking for a total snooker. I'd guess that it is. Did he nod his head? No, he's saying no.
Carl O'Donoghue, I've just been told by the lovely Yvonne, is down 6-4 to Yasser. So that's a little bit of a surprise because Carl's playing tremendous pool at the moment, and I would have said was one of the favourites for the tournament.
I know it was actually Phil Harrison that was foul snookered. Yeah, that was foul snookered.
Total snooker.
Total snookered,
Yeah.
yeah. Total snookered.
And yeah, he's played that well.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a long slow for him, I think.
Yeah, there's quite a cluster of balls there in the middle.
Yeah.
Unless someone can get a clear shot at a pot and break them. Real cat and mouse, one of those games.
Definitely slowed the frame up now.
So viewers will get to see all sorts, some attacking frames, some tactical frames, and now one of those cagey.
Phil's just going to open those two balls up, I guess. Oh, no, he's DF'd the yellow in to try and force the pace, which is a fair choice.
Yeah.
Because Wasim's obviously trying to play the slow games.
Yeah.
And take away Phil's potting advantage that you would say he has.
And of course, Matt's referring to a deliberate foul,
Yeah.
where you give your opponent 2 shots because you believe it's going to be an advantage to you.
Some people don't like the deliberate foul rule, but if when it's used correctly, it's there to accelerate the game.
Well,
It's there to take the slowness. If the tactical situation comes up, it forces the pace of the game,
yeah,
doesn't
it's
it?
part of the tactics of the game. And that, of course, is the World 8-Ball Pool Federation rules.
So I think if I was Wasim here, I might just be playing the yellow off the cushion into the cluster to try and open it up a bit while you've got that pocket taken.
Yep. I think he's heard you.
Yeah, that's what he's going for. Give it a little bit of pace. No more than
Wow,
that.
very conservative.
We needed to give it a bit of meat there, didn't we?
Yeah, very conservative. That was
Missed
just,
opportunity, I feel.
yeah. So I'm here with Matt Brennan, captain of the Scotland men's team. And of course, yours truly is Joe Fanto, president of the World 8-Ball Pool Federation.
So now we've got a nice
commentary
opportunity to open everything up. And he's taking that opportunity.
Nice and
However, he has left Phil. He's left Phil a sniff of a finish here.
yeah.
So it was a little bit careless.
It's like he tried to correct the shot from previous,
Yeah, and
but it's one shot too late.
I mean, Phil has to. For me, he
He's
has
got
to
to have a go.
Has to go for game. His first shot's a little bit tricky because he's going to cannon the cushion ball when he pots the bottom left,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah.
So
But
then it becomes a little bit random where his white and red end up.
Yeah, I think he's going to have enough cue ball though to be able to work
Pull
around.
it away from it, yeah.
Yeah. He may even be using the jig of this shot, I think.
Using
The
what?
rest.
No. You can't call it a jigger. That doesn't mean anything
That's an
in this
ancient.
country.
No, I just realised that.
Unfortunately,
he's-
it doesn't mean anything horrible either.
He's
It
not
just
even
doesn't mean
using it.
anything.
That's it. No,
Oh yeah, you were right.
He's done it really well.
He's just been able to control it nicely.
Yeah.
He's possibly got more angle than he wanted, but I don't think that's going to worry him too much.
It still looks a good score for Wasim.
Yes, definitely.
He's
Oh,
still
they've
very
got
much in this.
furniture
He's still
removal
very
people.
much in this match.
I'm going to try and squeeze the back, white back here, hold on to the middle. Oh yes, he's played that really well. Might take this opportunity to get the yellow out of the way for the black as well.
Yeah, that's perfect angle. Play that red in the bottom right.
He's got slightly more angle than he wanted for doing that shot, but there's still an option there to do it.
It's having a good look at it.
Yeah, his problem here is if he screws into that yellow, he's screwing. You can't screw into the left-hand side of it. He's going to be screwing into the right-hand side of it, and therefore not really holding good position.
Mm. He's really taking his time over this.
Yeah, he's kind of forced to
Yeah, obviously
go for this one.
something he doesn't feel comfortable about, or he's
it's a little bit random here. I tell you what, he's played that
That's
as
a
well
good
as
result.
he
Yeah.
could be played.
Yeah, he would have liked that black a little bit more open.
Yeah. The black doesn't go in many pockets, does it?
No, he'd probably finish up having to be a double, unless he's able to nudge it again somehow.
It isn't potable in a straight line anywhere, is it?
Yes, that's right. It is.
So he's going to have to take some movement.
Yeah,
But if he leaves himself a nice angle off the next ball, he could be all right.
got it that nicely.
Yeah. Probably wanted a bit more angle, but he'll have an angle off his.
That angle you're
middle
talking about
pocket.
might be there.
He's going to have to force it if he's playing it, and he'd rather not be playing this one at pace. He'd want to just nudge controlled into it, but because his lack of angle, he'll be having to force it. So I think he might just take the bottom right and leave an angle for going into the black off the middle pocket. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
He's not on it, is he? He's not on it. He's let that go, hasn't he?
Oh, it's not that bad.
Do you think he's on that
Yeah,
pot?
he's on that pot. He's just not as nice as
The
what he
pot,
would have
I
liked.
think- I think he's got to swerve that to pot it, and therefore he can't then get the split because his white's going to run wide.
The screen tells me that he's on it.
Shame we haven't got a 3D screen, Joe. And we just look around and see.
I'm sure the viewers think that he's on it.
I think the way Phil Harrison shook his head there, he's not on it. But then again, Phil is renowned for
Yeah, but that's
not
just-
being happy.
That's just exactly not quite perfect.
Not quite absolutely perfect.
He's disappeared. He's maybe gone to consult a friend.
There's no he's not on that, is he? You think he's on it? Yeah, he's jacking up slightly, so he's obviously got a little
Just
bit
a
of
little
swerve.
bit. Ooh,
Yeah, see.
that's what he was upset about.
Yeah, so these yellows with any reasonableness are going to be put to bed, aren't they?
So Wasim gets another opportunity.
Takes his way, it's 4-all in a race to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
it's
it's all,
pretty perfect there.
yeah, they're all lining up for him.
You'd rather not be playing plants all the time, but it's not a difficult one.
No, they haven't been difficult so far.
Yeah, you need to be taking the corner ball first here. the middle wall's nice for getting onto the black, isn't it?
Yeah. It's,
Yeah, and he's
yeah, that's
absolutely
perfect. He's done
got a
that
nice
nicely.
angle just to drop it in, isn't he?
Very nice. Lovely. And now for a reasonably straight black. For Wasim Ollite of Mauritius to draw level again with Phil Harrison, two-time world champion at the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, England. So the balls are racking up for the next frame. So it'll be Phil to break. And of course these World Championships are going to go till the 29th of June. So you've got a feast of 8 ball coming up over the next 10 days. And on the 29th it'll be grand final day for all the main events, followed by presentation night. The English Pool Association are doing a wonderful job of hosting these championships. They've got all the infrastructure in place that's been in place for many years. Of course, these World Championships have been going since 1992. It was 1992 that the World 8 Ball Pool Federation was formed by the three founders, England, New Zealand and Australia. And of course Australia have been competing ever since, which is a wonderful feat to be able to travel across to Europe every year and be part of this wonderful event. It's a true feast of 8 ball every year. To be able to be here and watch the camaraderie and the wonderful pool where the best pool players in the world can come and test their skills against each other, and also for the upcoming players to come along and get the experience of playing the best in the world. And of course, let's not forget the honour of playing for your country. It's also a team event. It's not just for individuals. It's a team event, and in fact that's how the concept initially started, that Australia is very much on the team event, about the team event, and New Zealand and England as well. It's that old, and of course every year we can have that old rivalry of England playing Australia, and it's just wonderful to be able to line up at that opening ceremony with your country's colours and the anthems going. Nothing like that feeling. Yes, you can hear the emotion in the voice. Okay, looks like these two players are taking a bit of a break. Just like my co-commentator in Matt Brennan, who's kind enough to commentate with us. He's captain of the Scottish team. And yeah, I was talking about the actual event, the team event. That's always made me emotional, especially being on the front stage and seeing all the countries come into their anthems. There's absolutely nothing like it. And of course, we see it all the time in some of these higher profile sports. At the start of an Olympics or at the start of the World Cup more recently, and many other sports, but I can tell you it's just as moving when it's happening, you know, in a sport like 8 ball, where you know, it's been happening now for I think it's 26, 27 years, where we give it the same prestige and respect that of course sport should give to each country, and everyone marches into their anthem, and that's a wonderful feeling for it's not just the men and women, but it all starts at juniors, so from a really young age they're getting to experience that great feeling of representing their country. It's a real credit to everybody that's put in over the years, and of course in particular to England, who's been the host every year. It's been convenient for everyone because it's easier for people to travel in Europe to England. You know, we've found a good location where with reasonable accommodation that's made it possible, and hence the show goes on where every year it's been here, and the English Pool Association have developed a team of expert workers, and everyone specialises in everything they do. and it's been a great event, and this is no exception. And we're back with the action. Matt Brennan's come back into the studio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
And it looks like it's Phil.
It's Phil to break, yeah.
Phil to break.
I've got to say, Joe, when I was playing through the qualifying event, the tables are absolutely superb.
Yeah.
Absolutely top class.
They look like they're very fast.
Yeah. And just perfectly responsive. You know, it's not the white's not running away, not too fast.
I was recently fortunate enough to be in France and got to play on one of the tables, and yeah, I was amazed at how fast they are.
Do they play on the same make
well,
of tables?
I was at a private home, and they had
right.
one of the tables.
Right, very good.
Yeah, Chelion Demi has become a friend over the years that I've met at the Europeans, and I've never had the opportunity to play on one of these tables, believe it or not.
Oh, right.
Well,
I've always
been a believer you have to earn the right to play on them.
Yeah, well, I suppose, but as president, do you not have the right? I think so.
I could sneak in a game while you're all in bed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't normally happen.
So Phil's gone yellows, and I expect he's going to clear these up.
Yes, they're all nicely sitting there for him.
Yeah, and he's played that nicely. Bit of check side running through off that middle pot. Fairly straightforward for him, I would suggest. The only one to think about is probably the one below the black as we see it. It's the area of table to get into to be kind of straight on that. He's kind of clustered with those 4 reds, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's got plenty of room. He's getting pretty close to that black with his shirt there, but it was all clear.
So he might take his thinner one of these 2 yellows to the top left and drift into a position to pot that slightly awkward yellow next.
Yeah, it would be ideal if he can do that. And he should be able to play it slow enough to be able to get that position.
Yeah, I think so. It is quite thin. It is quite a thin pot, but I think it'll be alright. He has played to get into that position. It's not really worked out exactly where he wanted.
No.
So he's got the choice now. He can take the one to the bottom right as we see it. He's nearly straight on that one, Joe, isn't he?
Yeah.
But then all his eggs are in one basket because his last positional shot will be onto his only difficult ball to get on.
Yeah.
So you'd like to really give yourself a couple of opportunities to get onto that ball.
If he plays this ball into the bottom right, do you think he tries to play around, go around and?
No, I think he just screws on and off the cushion and leaves the top left for his second last ball.
Yeah.
But he might choose top left now with a bit of bottom and left hand side to come back into the position for his only awkward one. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to take his time because it's a critical shot, this one.
Yeah, he's also got. He could take that.
He could.
Yellow to the bottom right.
He's going to be running away a little bit. So he might, if he's playing this, he's probably going to play it with a little bit of bottom and left hand side and try and come back towards the black spot.
I'm intrigued at everything that he's trying to measure every time he has, or not every time he has a shot, but sometimes when things get tough.
It's a tricky little shot. Kiss.
Kiss.
He wanted to
Did it kiss the right way?
But he's fortunate that he's still got a shot.
Of course. He's got insurance
so
there.
His next positional shot is going to be really difficult because he's going to leave himself with the white running up off his last pot if he gets his position.
Yeah, but he can screw back.
He can screw back, but
Yeah.
when he pots that last ball,
yeah.
he doesn't want to be too far screwed back, does he? He wants
No,
to be
no.
just
He
right.
finish exactly where he cued then.
Yeah. So it's a tricky little one.
Oh, he likes the middle by the looks. No, that's
Yeah,
it. That's the shot I
He's
expected.
played it
Yeah,
okay.
perfect,
Played it fine.
perfect. So Phil Harrison should nudge his way ahead again. Harrison. He's shaved off that, just left his white against the cushion, just to add a little bit of degree of difficulty.
That's
But
not going to bother Phil.
it won't bother Phil, no.
There it is.
That's a lovely black, and Phil Harrison takes a 5-4 lead against Wasim Ollite of Mauritius. I wonder what Phil will be feeling at this point in time, as far as the match goes.
I think he'll be a little bit disappointed because there's been a couple of frames where he just hasn't played to the level he's normally playing at.
Yeah.
And you know, at his highest level, I think he would be a good 3 frames up here.
Yeah,
So, but I mean that won't be preying on his mind. He'll just be thinking, I need to step up and start playing my best game.
yeah. And the positive side of it is that Wasim has had the opportunity to play some good shots.
Yes.
As a result of it.
5-4 against Phil Harrison. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a tremendous
Yeah,
score,
so
that, isn't it?
it is. It's brilliant. And he's only going to grow from it in a few, well, not in a few years' time, but a few months down the track.
So he gave that a little bit more beans there, didn't he?
He did.
And I think
All of a sudden,
rightly so.
he's become a bit more daring.
And he
Just
hasn't got a
unfortunate
ball,
that
has he?
it's unfortunate he hasn't got a ball.
And there is definitely an opportunity for the Reds to clear here.
Yeah, so
One in the middle first and just stun the white. You get
Yeah.
the one just by the black into the corner, and then it's plain sailing after that, I think.
yeah, Phil will be liking the look of this.
I'm glad Wasim did that, because I was just about to say that you don't get very far in these championships unless
Unless you've got
you
a
are
break.
attacking.
Yeah,
You know, you cannot. The defensive game only gets you so far. You need
Yeah.
to be able to put pressure on your opponent.
yeah.
So I'm thinking he's just gonna gently roll this one straight in the corner.
And then the red in the bottom right.
Well, I was
No,
thinking he was
that-
going to go bottom right.
but he
He's obviously
hasn't
played
gone
it
that way at all.
I think he maybe played to nudge that black further, so he was on that
Yeah.
bottom right. But he's still okay.
Yeah, he's got that other red in the bottom left.
More angle than he wanted. But,
Yeah.
it's a tricky little shot,
He's
this
going to
is.
come off it so he doesn't disturb the red. Yeah,
Yeah, he's done that well.
didn't want to disturb the close red. But now, has he got that one in the middle? It
He
doesn't-
has, but I wouldn't go there. I'd be
It
going
doesn't
bottom
look
left.
like it. Yeah.
Bottom left is his shot. It's his neck shot that's the critical one.
Yeah, so he's got enough room to go bottom left there.
Yeah.
It hasn't hidden behind the yellow nut. That's good. Oh,
His next positional shot's the key. So I don't know whether he's going to screw round or run round. So if he goes for the screw shot, it's a little
I think
bit,
it-
you know, if he doesn't get nicely on his
Yeah.
next ball, it's all. And he hasn't-
Oh, he's played that. He's played
it
that
well.
nicely. Yeah, he's kind of just stunned off that. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I kind of think he'll just run on and off the cushion here for the middle pocket.
yeah. And beyond black,
Yeah, played it.
I think this is more like the sort of frames that Phil likes.
And albeit I want Wasim to open up his breaks a bit, this
Yeah.
is the risk, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And this is what these guys do to you. If you. So Phil Harrison goes 6-4 up against Wasim Ollite.
With Phil's break next. Not a position
And
you want to be in.
and Wasim rue the fact that he changed his break. Look, you never want to die wondering, they say.
No.
And
But what you do see at the sharp end of these tournaments, Joe, is
Yeah.
the lads that are winning, they're breaking and clearing
Yeah.
more often than the lads that aren't.
yeah, that's right. That's the formula, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these players, this is a round of last 64, and they're playing to 8. So Phil's got 2 frames to go to win this match, and of course Wasim's still got quite a mountain to go. He's got 4
and
frames
he's got
to
a
go.
ball. There's a red drop down.
And
They're
the
a bit
white,
untidy, aren't they?
yeah, the reds.
But Reds,
yeah,
are in charge, and he's got one down, so he doesn't need to go maniac.
Yeah, the reds are, you got two untidy reds, close to the yellows, and the others are in the open. And you've got that pocket covered, so yeah, he doesn't have to. He's certainly got plenty of time on his hands the way they're sitting. Yeah, I can't imagine he'll go for yellows, that's for sure.
No, you wouldn't expect it.
You would.
No, definitely wouldn't expect.
No.
But you know, I mean, he has got a pot on the yellow.
He had.
To the middle.
He has, but you've got that yellow tied up with the red in
If
the
you
top
potted
right.
that one to the top middle and ran the white through a little bit to leave an angle for the bottom right, you could maybe take a development shot.
Yeah.
But it's all a bit, I don't know, there's a bit too much to ask, and I don't think, you know, with the red being there, you might as well take the comfort of that insurance policy, yeah?
Yeah. And he's played a lovely pot on that.
Being unlucky, he's gone full blooded for
Yeah.
development and
Yeah.
not quite being rewarded.
That looked like a true free range shot.
Yeah,
Having a good crack, knowing you got the insurance of that pocket covered.
yeah.
So he's going to promote another red this stage.
I
Or
would
he's
think
gonna keep
that,
potting?
that's what he's going to do. Just rather than putting any more balls, I think he'll just look to develop a little bit.
He's had a crack at that double.
Yeah, like I say,
That's
he had a
okay.
free go at the table, really, didn't
The
he?
main purpose, yeah, the main purpose was to promote the ball, and if he'd potted it, would have been a bonus. So Wepf can do enough here to buy some time anyway.
Yeah. He's not done enough there though, because he's left Phil a shot on the red by the black. I think he can hit that.
That's right, he can. So he can promote that red.
And then the pressure on the yellows.
Yes, definitely.
Having said that, there's potentially going to be a finish on the yellows as well, with only one ball to develop.
There is.
So
That-
Phil needs to be a little bit wary of that.
That ugly ball down near the red top
Yeah.
right-hand pocket, the way the table lies at the moment. So I hope you're enjoying this live streaming coming to you, wherever you're watching in the world. We're certainly enjoying bringing it to you. It's the World 8-Ball Pool Federation live streaming team that have put this together for you. So always go to the World 8-Ball Pool Federation site to connect. Now we just watch this shot.
Oh wow, that was a bit random.
Yeah.
But he's kind of got away with it, hasn't he?
He has. He's pushed another yellow.
Because that black looked
safety
like he was
territory.
going straight towards that middle
Yeah.
until the red kissed it.
Yeah. Use the get out of jail card.
Mm. So I'm sure Wasim's going to look to find a development shot, possibly next. He's played for the angled for it, but he would have preferred like a half ball pot rather than he's got a 3/4 ball pot there, so he's going to have to force it around a little bit here.
He might be saying, if I'm going to win this frame, there's going to be a couple of doubles need to come off. No, he's managed to promote that.
He's
Well
got that
done.
one.
Well done.
There's a bit more promotion required though, isn't there?
Yeah, there's one more that needs to be promoted sooner or later. That sounds like we've been hit by a storm here.
It's been a bit windy in Blackpool.
It
today.
has. But the sun's been out.
So he's kind of committing himself to having to keep going attacking, I think.
He has. Oh,
Right.
we might have thought that he could put that off the black there.
Yeah, maybe. Now, has he got? How's he got another
How
shot?
did he get two shots? I didn't see that foul.
So Phil's last shot, he was close to Wasim's ball, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
I'm guessing on the back of what
Must
we're
have-
seeing here,
Must have
he
fouled.
must have just caught it on
And
the
that's
way
why it all
through.
went haywire.
Yeah.
Wow. So Wasim's in with a real chance now.
Yeah,
to
very
pot
much
out.
so. kissed that. Kissed it enough to stay on that ball? I don't think he has. I don't think it's that much of a problem to him.
No. No, he's going to take that one first, and then he'll get the angle to
Screw back
go
onto
across the other way.
elbow. Yeah. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Ooh. Well, that stopped. I thought it was going to run behind the
Yeah.
red.
So, like, he's overhit that massively. I think he should have only screwed back a few inches, leave until half ball pot. He's not. He's going to have to, like, put a bit of pace to get the white down here now. And
Oh,
that's not been pleasant for him.
no.
All he can do here is drop the yellow in and take the long black
And have a
to
have
the
a
pocket
crack.
we're looking at right
Have
on
a
it
crack.
now.
Yeah.
'Cause it doesn't look like he's got any angle to be able to get the
Yeah.
white up the table, does it?
About the best he can do is try and get the white off the cushion, so it's got a bit
Yeah.
slightly better queuing space.
He's not
Yes,
even
mate.
potted that though, is it?
No, missed the pot. Just to sit back and
Right.
hope that these
Mr.
reds
Harrison,
don't.
yeah.
That the reds don't disappear in the black.
So the first shot for Phil isn't the easiest one,
No.
Joe, is it?
No, it's probably a long cannon.
Is it? Yeah, I think.
I call them cannons. What do you call
Yeah.
them?
Plant.
Plants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think the plant to the middle or the plant to the corner?
Plant to the corner is probably easier.
I think
Maybe.
he's just queued up for the middle there.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, you can't quite see the angle where there's a clear run to be able to do the plant to the top left.
So part of his thinking here is if he plays the plant to the middle and doesn't get it, he still might block the black to the middle.
Yeah.
That's why he's thinking this is.
Ah,
But he's just pumped it right
didn't look
in.
like missing.
Yeah, no bother at all.
Did not look like missing.
Yeah, well that's that frame finish, isn't it? There's no way he's not finishing these.
Phil Harrison, 2 times world champion. Looking to tidy up this frame and just be 1 frame away from taking a next step to the last 32. This is the round of 64, men's singles. It's a race to 8.
Take the top left corner. That might be his favoured option here.
Yeah.
Just makes the last 2 balls easy.
Into the middle.
He would have liked to have just screwed that back a few more inches, to be fair, but
Yeah, not to have as
so he's not happy
an
with
acute
himself.
cut. No, he doesn't like the cut.
The cut's the shot. He still has to
Yeah,
play
he's got to
whether
play
he
it.
likes it or not. But
Yeah.
well, it's the wide away from the cushion. Yeah, that's no problem.
It's funny how they get upset when they don't play the perfect position.
Yeah.
I would have been happy with that.
And he's got his
Ooh,
on the cushion
it's on
again.
the cush. Bit more margin for error. But it's no problem for Phil Harrison. He races to a 7-4 lead now in this last 34. So he's taken quite a commanding lead now over Wassim Ollite at the business end of this match. Wassim Ollite from Mauritius, so it's a great achievement for him to reach this stage of this tournament here at the 2018 8-Ball World Championships. And of course the next frame is going to be Wassim Ollite, where he's going to be playing to stay in this match, because Phil's only 1 frame away from a place in the last 32. And of course when this match finishes, don't go away viewers, because the last 32 will be on. Pressing the key to cancel.
Not the right control. I've been pressing a few keys.
We just had a slight technical issue there. Hopefully we haven't lost your viewers wherever you're watching.
That's what's up on the stream, so we're all right.
Yeah.
So we're off to the races again. I think there's a chance of a clearance again here, Joe.
Yes, definitely. So taking the time for this next shot. It is Phil that broke.
Score is 7.
7-4.
So this was
So it's
Wasim's
odd. So it's
break.
Wasim's break.
But I don't know whether Wasim potted off the break. I was a bit unfocused there.
Yeah, we got distracted by a slight technical issue that we had in here. It's definitely Phil at the table, isn't it?
Yes, because there's no glove on hand.
He's playing for the match with this.
Looks like a fairly straightforward opportunity.
With a clearance here, he takes the match.
He takes the yellow to the bottom corner, bottom left, screws back a little bit for the ball to the middle, and then it's plain sailing. And he might just play a natural ball on and off the cushion. Yeah. See it. He wants it to see it. He's alright there. Is he alright? He's showed a little bit of disgust with himself, but
yeah,
I think he's okay. I mean, at very worst, he can probably play it off the red into the middle, but I think he's straight on it.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's straight on it.
Yeah, he's down for a cue,
That picture.
so it's no issue.
Yeah.
And he's played it
He's
off the
played
red.
it off the red.
Fair play to him. And he wanted an angle here.
Yeah. Left himself straight on.
He wanted to be able to run through on that and take the one in the far middle next, and he hasn't got that opportunity anymore. So it might just be screw back a little bit to take a cut in the middle, I think.
Yes.
And then white up and down.
He's certainly shaped up for a screw back then.
You can pull it back maybe 4 or 5 inches. He's going to screw back off the side cushion and up for the next ball in the same pocket. That's what he's played for, but he's
Just a little bit short.
He's 6 inches short of pace, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm still amazed at how far. Like he didn't play that very hard, and it's screwed back so much.
So to keep this clearance going, he's going to have to go around the world with the white here. And like his last ball's fairly trapped in, isn't it, Joe? So
yeah.
you know, to find position, if you're going to go wandering around 3 cushions, it's going to be a tough call.
Things can go wrong. Or balls can get in the way.
I wonder if he can play the double to the corner, which might allow him just to stun the white.
Double to the bottom right. Bottom right.
That would be a bit of a showbiz shot, wouldn't it?
It'd be, yeah.
Is he trying to swerve around for the cut? That's what he's done.
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I don't know how well is he on this one. Yeah, I think he's probably alright. He's
looks pretty good from here.
Jack his cue up and jab it in, try and screw on and off the bottom cushion. Yeah, that's awkward, to say the least. He's going to be right up in the air with his white cue to hold the white back.
He takes that white.
Is he going to play? He's going to try and play a natural ball round off 2. Yeah, that's got all kinds of risks attached to it, because I think if he catches the red on the bottom rail, he's dead, isn't he?
That's fine. Too far.
Fine,
too
apart
far.
from being snookered,
Yeah,
right.
the angle was good, but just a little bit too.
He's unlucky, really, because
he is.
You know, he's only rolled 3 inches too far for the pot, hasn't he?
That was the shot for the match.
So he's going to look
Just-
at back heel. He's going to come off the cushion, try and knock the black in the bottom right. That's what he's going to play for here.
So can he finish up in spectacular fashion? Phil Harrison, already two-time world champion. Playing Wasim Ollite from Mauritius. Great achievement to be at this stage of the tournament, last 64. He's trying to find the angle.
Oh no, you can't do that. You
Trying
can't
to-
swerve that round and get the pot there.
Trying to find the angle to.
So this is the shot. Back heel, corner pocket. It was always going to be a tough call, but it was the right shot because you put
Yeah.
the black in a threatening position as well, haven't you?
Yes.
And you were guaranteed you were going to do that.
Yeah. So now Wasim needs to try and earn himself 2 shots and make a clearance to stay in the match.
Got the snooker nice and steady.
Step number 1. Let's see what Phil does here.
I think
Will he have a go? Or
he's going to play to hit the black. There's no
Yeah.
point giving 2 shots away.
That's it.
And he's covered that cushion ball as well, so that's a nice shot, isn't it?
That's very nice. It's
But he knows he's getting snookered again next shot.
oh yeah. So this is the other end of the table. It's a good snooker.
Well, it is, but I think Phil's coming off the bottom cushion which side and into the black, so I don't expect him to get 2 shots from it. Yeah, he decided to promote the black,
And bring it right out in the open.
and there's some pressure.
Yeah.
There's some pressure on the
It's
reds.
like, have a go.
Yeah.
Wasim Ollite, let's see what he can do here. He's going to have a go at a double.
Yeah.
Does that
Played
nicely.
it well. Played it
Yeah.
well. That's
Yeah,
a
very
that's a
comfortable.
frame-winning shot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. That was the most difficult ball on the table. It was there to be doubled, and he doubled it, and
And it was like a 0 risk
Yeah.
shot, wasn't it?
yeah,
Didn't get it. It didn't matter. The black wasn't getting potted anyway.
yeah. Showing some great composure here. It's nice, it's finished.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Doesn't want to overthink this.
No.
Just take the one to the middle, stun up and down.
Yeah.
Singles on table 6, Eddie Barker, Yannick Cookies. Table 7, Zach Shepherd,
Yeah.
Wales, Scotland, Scan Malta.
Q. One good bit of Q in here.
Table 8,
Yep,
Shannon
nice.
Bell, Australia, Carl Sutton, England.
Wassim's really showing some
Table 9, Tom Cousins,
composure under
Wales,
pressure here.
Wall, England. Table 11, George Kane, qualifier, Patrick O'Leary, Ireland. Table 13, Yvette Gill, India, Craig Lake,
That's a lovely pressure clearance by Wasim
Nice
Ollite.
first shot there to double.
Yeah, of Mauritius, to stay in this match against a 2-time world champion in Phil Harrison. So the scores now would be 7-5, 4, yeah, 5.
I think it's 7-5. Phil's break. 7-5.
So Phil will be hoping that he can wrap it up off the break here.
he's got a ball, a yellow down. And yeah, every opportunity to take a clearance here on yellows.
Yes, they're all there. But anybody watching in Mauritius, Wasim is certainly giving this match a good run for its money. He's certainly holding his own, and he's still not out of it.
So Phil's little quandary here, I mean, yellows are the balls to take, but if he's going for the clearance, the first pot he takes is one of his banker balls.
Yeah.
So he's just got to weigh up in his own mind whether he thinks it's the right percentage to take it or not.
I like the way we've built out certain terms for banker balls. I hadn't heard that one before.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like when you're going for a split or anything like that. You always like to have a banker ball that you're gonna land on.
Uh-huh.
You know, so
Is that like money in the bank?
yeah.
Certainly giving this every thought. He's
His one near the middle, top middle, is a little bit awkward as well.
yeah. Yeah.
You can't land straight on it, but it needs to be as straight as possible. Oh,
That's perfect.
that's a great shot. Great shot there. So you can just
That's
dolly that one.
perfect. That's become another banker ball.
Yeah. You can just dolly that in and be nice on the next middle, then one down the cushion.
Yeah.
Stun for the one by the black, and it should be just straightforward. Just going to drop this in nice and gently. Left middle now. Wow, I think he thought he'd
Got too far.
missed that a little bit. I don't know whether he hit a finger mark or what the situation was. So this is the key shot because he wants to be pretty straight on his next ball.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the one down the cushion and screw back to hopefully straight on the one by the black. You can afford to be high, to be fair.
He's done
He
that
didn't want to
nicely.
be, didn't really want to be there, did he? You're going to have to glance off the black with this
Just
shot, isn't
slightly.
he?
Just slightly. Yeah.
It's nice and gentle.
He should be able to stay there for the last yellow.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. So I would think he's probably going to drag this round with run inside. So he's going to go off wide off two cushions properly. Oh, he's screwing it. He's screwing it. Yeah, good shot.
Come around nicely. Oh, absolutely perfect.
I think you can
This
see
is
that.
Phil Harrison. The spot in the last 32
That was a good game.
just defeated Wasim Ollite, who certainly can hold his head high from Mauritius. 8 frames to 5.
Very
So,
good. Very good match.
That was a wonderful match, and great credit to congratulations to Wasim for putting up a really respectable match against Phil Harrison, and of course congratulations to Phil. He's into the last 32, and we're in for a feast very shortly because they're due to start.
Last 16 starting at any minute now, isn't it?
Last 32.
Last 32.
Last
yeah.
32,
Last 32.
yeah. So that's it from Matt Brennan and myself for the time being.
Thank you very much, Joe.
But stay around because there's some great pool to come.